Hello, this is Todd Wahl with FPVLive.tv. We're here at the in Oakey, Florida, and I keep mispronouncing it, outside of Orlando. Hopefully, I didn't
How do you
butcher it
pronounce
today.
that again?
Oakey, Florida.
Okay, because I have
Okay,
no idea.
I'm probably wrong, but we'll just stick with Orlando. We're outside of Orlando, Florida, down in the middle part of the state. But we're here at the MultiGP Drone Racing Championships 2015, and enjoying some great FPV racing. I've got Alex Greve here with Video Aerial Systems. How are you doing, Alex?
Doing awesome.
Good.
I love it out here.
Super. And this is great. I mean, this is right up your alley. Of course, everything about video and transmission.
It would be a little bit more up my alley if I were a better pilot. The
Ah.
level of pilot here, I just can't tangle with.
Yeah.
They're
Well, you
just
know what?
Amazing.
There's no shame in flying, no matter how new or how good you are. Doesn't matter what it is. So all skill levels are welcome in this. So what do you have in your hand there? Show me what you got.
These are the Duraspec antennas. They're
Great.
they're basically the multi-rotor. They're the answer to the mini multi-rotors.
Gotcha.
You see indestructible props. And of course they're not indestructible, but they're a lot better than they used to be.
Absolutely.
Well, but people kept replacing their antennas, and it's like, wait, I need to develop one that you can crash time and time again.
Exactly.
So they're not. I also.
And didn't you even separate the bell at one point and then reattach it and retest it?
Oh yeah, well that was after I lit it on fire.
Oh,
yes.
that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I smashed it with a hammer. We smashed it with a baseball bat. Ran it over with a car. Lit it on fire. Did chin-ups from its cable.
So basically, it's been through the Alex Greve absolute abuse test, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When I released this, I expected people to go, I'll take this as a challenge, and they did.
Yes.
And so I want to see people go out there and just not worry about breaking this anymore.
Right.
Screw it on,
Yeah.
you're done. And if you manage to break this,
Yep.
if you somehow manage to break this, I want a photo. I want to see what's left.
Send it in. Hey, he's put a challenge
I
out
want
there,
to know
guys.
what's left
That's
of that
right.
multi-rotor.
That's
'Cause
right.
It
It has to be absolutely destroyed under a steamroller or
Oh
something, right?
yeah. Well, we ran it over with a car.
Hey, well,
so,
it's-
I mean, we smashed it with a hammer. If you watch me in the video,
Yeah.
I'm just.
You're belting it. I saw
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That's swinging
That
for
was
the fence.
that
Yeah.
was everything I
Without
had
a
in me
doubt.
to hit it. And I mean, honestly, I like videos like that.
That's
they're
right.
fun.
Yeah, of
they're
course.
a lot of
Yeah.
fun. They're a
lot
lot of fun.
more entertaining than the other ones. So.
Well, yeah, it's educational and fun. If you can get
That's right.
both in the same package, it's all for
Absolutely.
the best.
Well, I got to tell you that I've got a graveyard full of antennas that are just ripped, torn, disconnected, cloverleaf, non-cloverleaf. I mean, all types.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that somebody's out there trying to produce something that is not only hardy but good quality at the same time.
Yeah, well, one of the things is before multi-rotor racing, most people protected it very
Yep.
well. But with the mini multi-rotors, there's not really a good place
Yeah,
to
there's
mount it.
not. Yeah.
And a convenient place is to mount it on top of the frame.
Yep.
And when that started happening, people started breaking them.
Yeah, man.
And it
Flying close
they're not
proximity
cheap.
through the gates or through the trees, they end up getting hung up. I mean, ripped off. Yeah.
No, well, the antenna isn't cheap. I mean, and
Yeah.
that's the other side. If you want the performance, you usually had to sacrifice on the durability. Because I mean,
Yeah.
let's face it, we manufacture in Virginia. We don't make it in China. So,
Right. Good. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
And one of the biggest things, honestly, the real motivation for this is I really hate seeing something that I spent or one of my guys spent a lot of time on testing,
Yeah.
and then see it destroyed in a crash.
Right.
It's like, no,
Yeah.
not another
My
one.
baby, right?
No. Well, yeah.
Close,
I mean,
right?
yeah.
I got you.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. So,
Problem solved.
well, let's talk about, because I know you guys work on kind of the cutting edge stuff, as far as video transmission and reception.
Yeah.
A lot of antenna technology out there. 5.8 gigahertz in video, analog video or HD transmission. Where do you see it going in the next 6-8 months? Give me your
Well,
perspective.
We're gonna see a couple. We're gonna see a couple things
Okay.
in the next. About 8 months is a good time frame to see it, but
Okay.
you're gonna see. You're likely going to see another HD system come out.
Okay.
I know of a couple manufacturers that
Sure.
are working on an HD system.
So we know DJI's got the Light Bridge, got Connex. Anybody else? Anything?
That's
or-
the only two
Yeah,
I know
okay.
of, other than Teradek. There's
Teradek,
Teradek,
okay,
but
yeah,
Teradek
right.
is not really obvious. That's very expensive.
A lot of those are really built for film and TV in its premise, right?
Right.
And so, but for FPV racing, latency is the death of you in close proximity. So that's
right.
really the hang up. Don't don't you think?
Yeah,
And size.
latency, size, and cost.
Yep.
I mean, enough money you can build just
Right.
about anything.
Yeah,
but
Connex is like $1,600.
yeah, right.
I mean, so.
Yeah, and I'm sure,
And it's
honestly,
huge.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's very large. Latency is very minimal.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I love it.
Yeah.
I really like
Yeah.
it. It's enjoyable to fly, but it's I can't fit it on my
Oh,
vehicle.
mini quads are not going to
No,
tote it.
no, you
There's
can't.
no way. Yeah.
And what I'm hoping to see in
Yep.
the near future, Hobby Wireless was the first to introduce a 3.3 gigahertz system.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say another band, right?
Unfortunately, we could tell how much they were into racing by choosing 1 watt
Yeah, right.
as a transmit power. And they've been listening to the feedback.
When the typical is like 250 to 600 watts.
Right. So I think
FCC, close yours,
yeah,
please.
yeah. One of the nice things that we saw was as soon as the community said, I want a 250 milliwatt, I want a 200 milliwatt, 500 milliwatts or less, I went, okay, well, we'll give that to you.
Yeah.
And how do you like the channel spacing?
Yeah.
And they asked that to me. I've never tested this, guys.
Yeah.
So I actually went out there and tested it, and I gave them some feedback on their receiver.
Okay.
So right now, we're realistically limited to 8 pilots in the air. I mean, you
Right.
could run 1.3 and get a ninth, and I was
Yeah.
running 2305 out there with the guys.
Yeah.
But realistically, it's 8.
Yeah.
But if you introduce 3.3, you can get at least 4 more, if not 8.
Oh, wow.
There's no reason you can't get 8 more pilots in the
Okay.
air. It's just how well the technology is
Yep.
refined.
But we're still talking in regards to analog.
That's
Yes.
analog.
Okay.
That
yeah.
is still analog. But that's here. That's available now.
Okay.
And that's actively being worked on, and I know it.
Okay.
The HD for racing, I would expect to see that probably. You might see it in. If you're really lucky, you might see it in 2 years.
Okay.
For some of the sponsored pilots.
Right.
But to be available to the hobbyist,
Yeah, man.
it's going to be 4 to 5 years before the average hobbyist is going to pay for it. Because
Okay.
I mean, these racers all up, even an expensive racer is $600.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's expensive, but when you're looking at an HD video system at $1,800,
Yeah.
and then you've got to put a $300 camera on the front, especially with the way these things crash.
Yeah, man. So
I mean,
that's a lot of money to risk. There's no doubt about it. So.
It'll get here. It's just not here yet.
Yep. So let's talk about that. I mean, in my mind, I think the future, honestly, is going to curtail away from the micros back to larger platforms to accommodate the technology that already exists today. Tell me, what do you think?
Well, yes and no.
For
At the
the
hobby level,
production,
with
yeah.
the hobby
No,
level,
definitely not at the hobby level, yeah.
You're not
Right.
gonna see the HD at the hobby level, but you will at the professional level
Yeah,
for 2
exactly.
reasons.
Mhm.
It's not just to accommodate the HD system.
Yeah.
But you can see it on camera.
Right.
These mini quads,
Bigger,
you put
right.
a camera out there in the field, if that's not a camera on the track,
Yeah.
you can't see them.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we're
It's like
gonna start
watching
to
a
see-
gnat fly around, actually.
Yeah,
So.
right. So I think you're going to see the emergence of 400 and 500 class
Absolutely.
quads come out
I agree.
racing.
Yep.
For not only because they're easier to see, but if you noticed, the 250s when they crash, they don't break.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, the mass, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean?
right.
The velocity of the
Exactly.
mass. Yeah,
A 500 class
Is gonna fall apart. Yeah,
it's
shred.
like a Formula One race car. It's gonna part itself out
Exactly,
all over the
right.
track,
Yeah,
and that's what the audience
mushroom
wants
cloud, right.
to see. The audience would love to see, like,
Yeah, exactly,
We're
right.
all cheering for the crash.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're gonna see the
Okay.
larger come back in the professional realm.
Yep.
But for the hobbyist that wants to get into it, it's going the other way. They're getting smaller.
Right. Yep.
180s have taken off. I
Yeah.
mean, everything here
Man,
is
yeah.
mostly 250s. I've seen a couple of 180s.
220s. I mean, that kind of
But
thing.
more and more, I'm seeing them go
edging towards the
smaller
200.
and smaller
Yep.
and smaller.
Yep.
Because the smaller they are, the more maneuverable they are.
Yeah.
They're just as fast,
Yep.
and you can fly them more places.
Well, and the thing with that is the power to weight ratio and the battery, is
Oh, yeah.
much better on those scenarios.
Oh, it's
without a doubt.
amazing. I mean, look, if you would take anybody 5 years ago
Yeah.
and show them today's multi-rotor and
Be like,
say,
"What?"
we're going to have this in 5 years,
Yeah.
they'd tell you,
You're
no
crazy.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you would show them a video, it's like, wow, how did you get those special effects?
Yeah.
Like, nobody believes that a vehicle can have that much power.
Right, yeah.
Electric?
Yeah.
No way. Battery powered?
Yeah.
No, I'll gas my helicopter.
That's
up.
right.
No, they would never believe it.
Get my nitro going, right?
They would never believe it.
Yeah.
But it's here.
Yeah,
And
it
so,
is, yeah.
And
So-
we've realized that the technology is going to grow.
Right.
It is going to keep going.
So let's talk about real quick the technology for electric flight. I think the biggest holdback that we've got in our way is the battery, don't you think, or not?
Well, you're
Tell me.
always limited by the battery.
Always,
It's
yeah.
always any electric vehicle. That's electric cars on the road.
Yep.
That's the electric motorcycles. That's RC cars.
Yep.
Anything electric is always limited by the battery.
Okay.
If you find a better battery,
Hey.
the electric systems will take care of it. I
Yep.
mean, I used to work in electric power generation.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You could put a generator inside this tent
Yeah.
that will power almost all of Orlando.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But but when you think about what that takes, that's a motor. Okay.
Right.
When you think about what kind of battery it would take to turn
Oh,
that,
yeah, yeah.
it would be
Right.
bigger than this
Gigantic.
entire field.
Right.
So it's really limited by the battery.
Sure.
But the truth is, we've seen the emergence of a lot better battery technology.
Absolutely, yeah.
The
The
idea,
lipos and the cell technology, and even with the Tesla group doing microcells in their facility in the home use and the vehicles, I think it's going to trickle down, don't you?
well,
in that respect.
the truth is, the technology they're using and the technology we're using is the same.
Yeah, it is.
And you might see it go that way, but lithium is a very old technology.
Yeah, it is.
What I really want to see is carbon nanotube supercapacitors.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
this is kind
that's
of
the Holy
cutting
Grail,
edge.
right? That's
yeah,
the Holy Grail.
because
Yeah.
it's not chemical.
Sure.
It'll never go
Right.
bad.
Yep.
It lasts forever.
Yep.
And it's
retains,
just, yes.
recharge 50,000 times.
Yeah, and you
quick
could
charge
as fast
Yep.
as you want.
Yep.
So the
Exactly.
idea, I'd like to see it get there, but we're not going to see
We're gonna
that for
eclipse
20
it.
years.
Yeah, I
We're not
agree.
going to see
I
it for
agree.
20 years.
Yeah.
We might. Well, hopefully we'll get there.
Yep.
But right now, lipo's the best we have.
Yep.
The only thing that upsets me about lipos
Tell
these
me.
days is, well, how often
The
do you
fires?
see? No, it's how often do you see a battery rated at 90C or 120C?
Yeah, right. Mhm.
You're being lied to. Anything that's over 30C is a blatant lie.
You heard it here,
Yeah,
Alex.
30C is a 2
I think there's
minute.
some battery manufacturers that might be headhunting you.
Nah,
so.
they might not like me too
Yeah,
much after
exactly
this.
right,
It's
Yeah.
the 30C. 30C is a 2-minute flight time. That means
Yep.
without damaging the pack, you killed it from full charge to fully dead in 2 minutes.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Discharge wise.
That's a 30. That is 30C.
30C. Right.
I have yet to see a battery pack
That can discharge in 30 seconds.
faster than
Right.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
120C is 30 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Anybody that tells
I
you
know.
90 or 100C is lying.
Is lying.
And that's unfortunate.
But hey,
because
they
we
can
don't
jack
know.
up the price on that.
Yeah,
so
right.
it's,
So, but
more profitable.
eventually we might get to those batteries.
Right. Yeah.
But we're advertising it even though it's not here
Yep.
yet.
I agree.
But the carbon nanotube supercapacitor would actually do that without harming a thing.
Oh, without a doubt.
So,
yeah.
you
So
know-
we'll look for that for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cornell Dubilier has actually been experimenting with
Okay.
it, and the way they're testing it is they're using it to fire railguns.
Are they really?
Yes.
So the Navy is probably using it. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
probably. I know the Navy using supercapacitors fired an 11-kilogram projectile
that.
at 2 kilometers a second
Absolutely.
on a
amazing.
railgun using capacitors.
Wow.
So if we can make them lighter and smaller,
Hey.
it'll get there.
Absolutely.
But right now it's lipos.
Yeah, lipos is where we're stuck at. Hey, we'll have to live with it. Alex, tell us where we can get these antennas.
Well, I saw Stone Blue up here interviewed a minute ago.
Yeah.
You can get them from Stone Blue, ready-made if they'll put them on their website. Hint, hint.
Hello.
They missed the boat. They had them for Black Friday. They didn't put them on their website.
Uh-oh, okay.
Get FPV has them.
Okay.
Multi-Rotor Mania is a smaller retailer that seems to be able to keep them in stock.
Oh, great.
And you'll see a lot of other vendors pick them up. I believe Drone Matters in
really?
Singapore picked them
Yeah,
up. iDrone in the UK picked them up.
Excellent.
So, I hope to see. I mean, I'd like to see more blue and green.
Yeah, man.
On these racers,
Absolutely.
but
Well,
it's only if they prove themselves. So far,
Exactly. Right. Well, super. We'll appreciate you coming out today. Thanks a lot, Alex. We'll chat later. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.